the difference between now everyone is fine with my teaching style and everything, right? Because I like it to be interactive only. I don't want so like I have to first give all the presentation slides, then ask questions. I just don't like it basically. So I want it to be interactive so that you people also can understand in a better way. Understand? Because when the topic is going on, yes, if you are not able to understand, then and there itself we can clear something. Okay. So basically, we have two types of software, be it Windows and Linux. Yes, Macintosh, iOS is there, but which only top management people or else say top graphical people. I mean, who are into graphics, they love iOS. No, they show a lot of love towards Apple. The reason being it has efficient features when compared to Windows. Actually, Photoshop and everything works efficiently in iOS when compared to Windows. So these are the basic, softwares. There might be some other softwares also which are not that popular, but what we see in the market is Windows. Obvious reasons, whatever the software you use, and then you'll be seeing Linux. You'll be seeing iOS. That is Mac. We call it as I forgot the software name. Not an issue. So now in Windows and in Linux, we have both the Home Edition, Business Edition, and Server Edition. Okay. Now, what happens with the Home Edition is you can create number of users. See, in a laptop, you can create number of users. That means what will happen? Your RAM and your hard disk, everything will be divided. Not RAM exactly. Your hard disk space will be divided. But at a time, you can access only one user. At a single time, you can access only one user. So if you are logged into one user, you cannot open another user without logging it off. Understand? So if you are using three users in your laptop, let us say, so when you logged into one user, you cannot access another user on the same laptop. So that is Home Edition. Now you can check the data within a network only. Now let us say there are 5 systems at your home or else say at your office. So you are using Home Edition software. Now what will happen exactly? You will be able to access only those 5 systems which are connected within a network. Within a network. So you know that, right? So within a networking. So within a network, we can access other system also. Now, if my system is connected within this network, I can access the data in other systems also. So we can go to the networks. There will be an option. So that till that extent only you can access the data within a network. Now, whereas if you want to access the data from your laptop from other place, you need a third party tool. You need either TeamViewer, you got GoToMeeting, FileZilla. There are many other softwares from where you can just install an application and you can access the information from other laptops. Now, when it comes to Server Edition, now Server Edition is like a space. You can store the information related to your applications. So be it web application or any other application. Now, when you store an application in a server, so server will be allocated with an IP address. So remember, now yesterday I said domain is an IP address. Now server is allocated with an IP address. Now even your laptop is allocated with an IP address. Internet service provider is also allocated with an IP address. See, now within an area, if you are taking a beam connection, IP, common IP will be there, and the last 3 digits will fluctuate for each and every one. Okay, so IP address is the main thing here. Now your server will be recognized by an IP address. So now in the server, you can share and you can save anything. Now what happens with this server edition is, now when you connect it to internet, you can access the information from any browser, from any place. Okay, now which is not possible with the home edition. So whatever the data you save in it, you can access on that particular system only or within the network. Whereas in server edition, you can access the information from anywhere, unless if it is not connected to internet, you cannot access. So it should be connected with the internet. Then based on the IP address or else a domain, you can either place the server IP also in the browser, the information will be retrieved. At times if you um, give any IP address, did you browse anything based on the IP address before? So at times what we do is, if we don't point any domain, we'll just give the server IP address. So when we type that IP address, automatically the application will be loaded in your browser. So that will happen. Okay. So now even if I'll just show within our network, we can see here individual, they'll have a username and password. So now what will happen is, how much internet I am using from my, yes, they'll, or what I'm browsing, so they'll have every information. Okay, so in this way you can access it. Now if it is in a local system, yes, in local also you can access within local, and you need different browsers, not the general internet browsers will not work for that. Yes, XAMPP and others will work. Local network laptops also or systems will have also, they also will have IP address. Okay, so now everywhere, whenever we see something, obviously we speak about IP address only. Understand? Why? Because system understand, computers understand only numeric numbers. So other than that, they won't understand anything. Now, if I say Amit, Amit will be also converted into 101010 like that. Understand? So this is the basic difference between home edition and server edition.